how to create an instrument track with drum sounds. So we have a blank session here, and we want to create an instrument track that will have drum sounds on it. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to the track menu and click on New. Here we can add new tracks to our session. In this case, I'm just going to add one stereo because this is going to be a stereo drum track. And then I'm going to choose instrument track from this selection here. And we're going to do that in ticks. That's the time base for the track. So again, we have one stereo instrument track in ticks, and then we're going to hit create. So here we see our first instrument in the session. At this point, I'm going to switch views by hitting Command plus equals and look at our mixer view of this track. In the mixer view that we see here, I have a section of inserts and a section of sends. We're going to use this top section, the inserts, to create a drum set using an instrument. So I'm going to click on the first opening, and I'm going to scroll down to multi-channel plugin, instrument, and expand to. Again, multi-channel plugin, instrument, and expand to. Once I click on that, it's going to open up the expand instrument module. And there are two ways to create a drum set here. The very simplest way is to simply go to the factory default settings, click on that, go up to drums, number 26 here, and then just select one of the drum sets that they have created for you. And you can see that it populates all four of these sections with drum parts. So we have kick selector in the first one, snare drum selector in the second one, hats, toms, and cymbals selector here, and natural percussion in area D. You want to keep in mind that when you're creating drum sets, you have to use the selectors, not the menus, because menus will put the same instrument on almost every key of your keyboard, and that's not what we want. In this case, we want to create a drum set where we have isolated drum sounds on each key. If I wanted to do this manually, I could go to the first section here, scroll down to the drum menu, and choose Kicks Selector. Then go to Part B, go back to Drums, and choose Snares Selector. For the third part, I'll go back to Drums again and choose Hats, Toms, and Cymbals Selector. And in my last part, I'm going to go to Percussion. And in this case, I can choose natural percussion or electronic percussion. Just depends on what kind of a drum kit I'm building here. So that's kind of the manual method for creating my own sounds, my own drum set in the expand module.